I want you to imagine something life as a battlefield. Now, this isn't just poetic nonsense, it's a metaphor with teeth. Because every day you wake up, you're stepping onto a battlefield. Not a field of physical war, but a mental one, a war for control, for clarity, for the person you are and the person you might become. The battlefield of the mind is an undeniable truth for anyone striving to grow, to become the person they are meant to be. Each day we face countless challenges, both internal and external, that require us to navigate a world of constant demands, distractions, and hardships. But the fiercest battle we fight is the one within ourselves, the battle for control of our thoughts, emotions, and actions. This war is not fought with weapons or physical strength. It is fought in the deep recesses of our own consciousness. Every time you wake up, you are entering a battlefield. This battlefield does not require a uniform, a weapon, or a commander in the traditional sense. It requires something much more subtle: awareness. In a world where distractions and desires are infinite, the ability to focus, to decide, and to act with intention becomes your armor. The internal battlefield is often the most treacherous because it's the place where all of our weaknesses, insecurities, and fears reside. Without training, without discipline, these vulnerabilities will be exposed, and the fight will be lost before it even begins. But the truth is, this battle is inevitable. No one can escape it. If you don't choose to engage with it consciously, it will still fight against you without your input. Your mind will pull you in different directions, creating confusion and chaos that will stop you from reaching your potential. It will tell you to rest when you need to act, to procrastinate when you should prepare. It will whisper lies, promising comfort, ease, and certainty when, in reality, it is those very things that keep you stuck in the same place. The mind will play tricks, deceive, and lead you astray if you do not train it to be strong, to be disciplined, to stand guard against the storms it can create within itself. In this battlefield, there are moments of clarity where you must stand firm. These moments come not by accident, but through hard-fought discipline. It's in those small, daily choices, choosing to wake up on time, choosing to face your fears head-on, choosing to act despite the resistance you feel inside. Every day your mind will try to convince you that you don't have the energy, the willpower, or the capacity to continue. But this is exactly where the battle is won. When you fight against the internal narrative of weakness, when you push forward despite the internal voice telling you to stop, you win a small but crucial victory. The battlefield is not limited to the difficult moments. It's also found in the quieter times when you must resist complacency. This is where the greatest warriors rise, not necessarily in moments of extreme crisis, but in their ability to show up consistently, to sharpen their minds through thought, reflection, and action. It's in choosing to read, to learn, to challenge your perspectives, and to engage in hard conversations that you train your mind to become a weapon of strength. Without this constant sharpening, your mind will dull and you will become weak without realizing it. The battlefield of the mind is vast, and it's not something that can be avoided. The only question is whether you choose to take control, whether you decide to stand your ground, and whether you rise to face it each day with the determination and clarity of a warrior. It's a fight that demands resilience, focus, and purpose. And while the battle may never truly end, every day you fight gives you the chance to grow stronger, more capable, and more prepared for the challenges ahead. Discipline over comfort is one of the most powerful decisions you can make in your life. The pull of comfort is constant, and it is a seductive force. In fact, it is a force so powerful that most people seek it without ever realizing the cost of surrendering to it. Comfort promises ease, relaxation, and pleasure, but in truth, it comes at a price, the price of growth, of strength, and of purpose. It's easy to succumb to comfort, to choose the path that requires no effort, no sacrifice, and no pain. But the problem with comfort is that it doesn't lead to progress, it leads to stagnation. In the beginning, the allure of comfort might seem harmless. Taking a nap instead of facing a difficult task, choosing convenience over discipline, avoiding confrontation, or allowing yourself to indulge in short-term pleasures instead of working toward long-term goals. These are all choices that we make every day, often without thinking. But over time, these small moments of comfort accumulate and transform into a mindset. And this mindset becomes a prison, one that limits your potential and stunts your growth. When you choose comfort over discipline, you are essentially choosing to live a life of mediocrity. You choose to remain where you are instead of pushing yourself to be more than you currently are. Discipline, on the other hand, demands a different approach. It asks you to choose the harder path, the one that requires focus, effort, and sometimes discomfort. But discipline also delivers something that comfort cannot: transformation. Discipline is the force that shapes your character, refines your abilities, and moves you toward your goals. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. When you choose discipline, you are choosing to engage in the work necessary for self-improvement, even when it's inconvenient, even when you're tired, and even when you'd rather take the easy way out. The key to discipline is recognizing that what is hard now will lead to something greater later. The work you put in today, the sacrifices you make in the face of discomfort, will eventually pay off. Discipline creates the foundation upon which your life is built. Without it, all the potential in the world is left unrealized. The person who only seeks comfort never grows because they avoid the very challenges that are required for growth. And in avoiding those challenges, they miss out on the rewards that come from overcoming them. Choosing discipline over comfort also means learning to control your impulses. It's about taking control of your decisions instead of letting them control you. This is a skill that needs constant practice because the mind is naturally inclined to seek pleasure and avoid pain. But those who learn to resist the immediate gratification of comfort are the ones who build the strength, the resilience, and the mental fortitude necessary to succeed in life. They understand that discipline is not about denying yourself forever, but about understanding the difference between what you want now and what you want most. They know that the rewards of discipline far outweigh the temporary satisfaction that comes with comfort. When you make the choice to prioritize discipline over comfort, you are aligning yourself with long-term success. You are shaping yourself into the kind of person who is capable of achieving greatness, not by accident, but through deliberate and sustained effort. Comfort may feel good in the moment, but discipline builds the life you are truly capable of living. Control over your reactions is one of the most powerful skills you can cultivate. Life is full of events, circumstances, and people that challenge your patience, test your emotions, and push your boundaries. Every day you are faced with moments where you must choose how to respond to situations, whether those moments are filled with frustration, anger, joy, or fear. The ability to control your reactions rather than simply reacting impulsively is what distinguishes those who lead purposeful lives from those who are tossed around by the whims of emotion. Our immediate reactions are often driven by deep, ingrained patterns of behavior, emotional triggers, and instincts that have been built over years. It's easy to react without thinking, to snap back when we're insulted, to raise our voice when we're hurt, or to withdraw when we feel threatened. These reactions are natural, but they are also uncontrolled. In many cases, they are not the best course of action, and they can often lead to outcomes that we later regret. When you react impulsively, you surrender control to your emotions. You let them dictate your actions, and as a result, you may act in ways that are harmful to yourself and others. To control your reactions is to take responsibility for your emotional state, to acknowledge that while you cannot always control external events, you can always control how you choose to respond to them. The power of response lies in the space between stimulus and reaction. It is in that space that you have the opportunity to decide, will you act out of instinct or will you choose a thoughtful, deliberate response? In that space, you have the power to create your own future and shape your character. The person who cannot control their reactions is a slave to their emotions. The person who can control their reactions, however, is a master of themselves. This level of control begins with awareness. You must be aware of what is happening within you, the surge of anger, the rush of fear, the wave of frustration. It's essential to recognize these emotions as they arise without judgment and without allowing them to control your next move. This is not about suppressing emotions or pretending they don't exist. It's about acknowledging them without allowing them to determine your actions. When you are aware of your emotions, you can then take the necessary steps to respond thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. Another key aspect of controlling your reactions is to detach from the immediate, often fleeting nature of emotions. Emotions can be powerful, but they are also temporary. What feels urgent in the moment may not matter in the grand scheme of things. By training your mind to step back and assess the situation with a clear, calm perspective, you can see beyond the emotional surge and make better decisions. This doesn't mean you deny your emotions or push them aside. It means you recognize that emotions don't need to control your behavior. The ability to control your reactions also plays a crucial role in maintaining your relationships, whether it's a disagreement with a friend, a challenge at work, or a difficult conversation with a loved one. How you respond in those moments determines the outcome. A quick, angry response can escalate a conflict, while a calm, measured response can de-escalate it. In relationships, emotional control is a sign of respect for the other person's point of view and respect for yourself. The more you practice controlling your reactions, the more you gain mastery over your relationships and the impact you have on others. Control over your reactions is about strength, maturity, and self-awareness. It is not about eliminating emotions or pretending to be unaffected by life's challenges, but rather about learning how to navigate those challenges with grace and clarity. When you control your reactions, you take back your power. You become a person who is not easily swayed by external forces, but who acts intentionally guided by principles and purpose rather than by emotional impulses. Purpose is more than just a guiding principle or an abstract idea. It is a weapon, a tool that can cut through uncertainty, fear, and distractions with precision. In a world that often feels chaotic and unpredictable, purpose serves as the steady hand, the anchor that keeps you grounded. Without purpose, your energy is scattered, your actions are aimless, and you are constantly tossed by the winds of external circumstances. Purpose, however, focuses your mind like a sharp blade, enabling you to cut through the noise and stay on course no matter what challenges arise. When you live with purpose, every action, every decision, and every thought is guided by a sense of direction. You know where you're headed, and that clarity allows you to make choices with conviction. This is where your power lies. Purpose is the mental weapon that allows you to withstand the inevitable struggles, setbacks, and obstacles that life throws your way. Without purpose, it is far too easy to lose sight of what really matters, to give in to momentary desires, or to drift along uncertain and unfocused. But when you have purpose, even the most difficult tasks seem worthwhile because you understand the larger goal that they contribute to. Purpose shapes your decisions, prioritizes your actions, and strengthens your resolve. It is the reason you push forward when things get tough, the force that drives you to work harder when the path seems uncertain. In moments of doubt or fatigue, purpose becomes the reminder of why you started in the first place. It is the fuel that propels you beyond temporary discomforts and gives you the stamina to endure long-term challenges. When you are connected to a higher purpose, challenges transform from obstacles to opportunities for growth. Purpose also serves as a filter, helping you navigate the countless choices that life presents. In a world filled with distractions, it is easy to be led astray by the endless options for what you could do, what you could pursue, or who you could become. Purpose cuts through these distractions, allowing you to focus only on the actions that align with your larger vision. It helps you say no to things that drain your energy or waste your time and say yes to the things that move you forward. The clearer your purpose, the easier it becomes to make decisions that reflect your true desires and values. Purpose is not just about achieving personal goals or ambitions, it is also about aligning your life with something greater than yourself. When your purpose is rooted in something meaningful, whether it's contributing to your community, serving a cause greater than your individual interests, or living in a way that reflects your deepest values, it becomes even more powerful. Purpose, when grounded in a deeper sense of meaning, transcends self-interest. It becomes a source of strength not only for yourself, but for others as well. It connects you to a larger network of people, causes, and values that amplify your impact and deepen your sense of fulfillment. Purpose also sharpens your resilience. Life is filled with hardships, setbacks, and failures, and it's easy to be overwhelmed when you lack a clear sense of direction. But when your actions are guided by purpose, failure becomes a stepping stone rather than a dead end. Purpose allows you to see beyond temporary disappointments and refocus your energy on the bigger picture. It turns every setback into a lesson, every challenge into an opportunity to prove your commitment. Purpose is not just something you aspire to, it is the force that drives you, the force that keeps you moving forward, even in the face of adversity. It transforms every obstacle into a part of your larger mission, ensuring that no matter the difficulty, you are never lost. With purpose as your weapon, you can cut through the obstacles of life, overcoming them with focus, determination, and clarity. Purpose doesn't just help you survive, it empowers you to thrive. The idea that small battles win wars is a truth often overlooked in a world that tends to focus on grand victories and dramatic moments of success. In reality, life is made up of countless small moments, decisions, and actions. Success is not the result of one extraordinary event, but of the accumulation of countless small victories over time. These small battles, fought daily, are what ultimately shape the outcome of our lives. They may seem insignificant in the moment, but it is in their consistency and perseverance that the real progress is made. The first small battle is often the hardest. It's the battle against inertia, the tendency to remain where you are, to avoid taking the first step. Getting up early, starting a new project, or committing to a new habit may seem trivial at first, but these moments are where the foundation for long-term success is laid. They may not feel like much in isolation, but they are the building blocks of discipline and momentum. The truth is, nothing worthwhile is ever achieved in a single moment of inspiration. It's achieved by showing up consistently, by engaging with the work even when it feels small or unimportant. Every decision you make, no matter how seemingly minor, is a small battle. Choosing to be kind when you feel irritated, deciding to work hard when you'd rather rest, resisting the urge to procrastinate and instead taking action, these are all small battles. They may not seem like they'll make a significant difference in the grand scheme of things, but over time, they add up. Each small victory builds your strength, develops your character, and shifts the trajectory of your life. You are building momentum that will carry you through larger challenges and help you achieve your bigger goals. It is in these small battles that we shape our identity. It's not the grand gestures that define us, but the consistency of our actions. Every time you choose to do the right thing, no matter how small, you reinforce who you are and who you wish to become. If you constantly choose to take the easy path or avoid discomfort, you reinforce a life of mediocrity. But if you choose to engage with the small struggles, to face the discomfort, to push through the momentary resistance, you develop strength, resilience, and focus. Each of these small victories compounds, creating a version of you that is capable of achieving much larger feats. When you consider how much of life is made up of small, everyday battles, it becomes clear that the key to success is persistence. The most successful people are not the ones who've had the most dramatic wins or the quickest breakthroughs. They are the ones who have consistently faced and overcome the daily battles of life. Whether it's fighting the urge to quit, confronting your fears, or simply doing the work day in and day out, success is ultimately the result of your willingness to keep fighting these small battles, no matter how tiring or discouraging it may seem. Over time, these battles become less about the immediate challenge and more about the long-term strategy. You begin to see that each small victory is part of a larger process of growth and development. Success doesn't happen all at once, but as the result of many small actions taken over time. And while you may not always see the impact immediately, each battle moves you one step closer to your ultimate goal. The war is won not by a single decisive action, but by the consistent, determined effort put forth in these small, often overlooked battles. Endurance is one of the most powerful qualities a person can cultivate, yet it is also one of the most misunderstood. We often think of endurance as simply the ability to push through pain or discomfort, but its true value lies in how it transforms us. To endure is not just to survive, it is to grow stronger, to sharpen our abilities, and to emerge from hardship with greater wisdom and resilience. Endurance shapes our character in a way that no other quality can. It teaches us that we are capable of far more than we realize, that our limitations are often self-imposed, and that the very act of enduring can lead to profound growth. The journey of endurance begins when we face adversity, when life challenges us in ways that force us to stretch beyond our current abilities. Whether it's a physical challenge, an emotional setback, or a difficult period of uncertainty, endurance is what allows us to keep going when everything in us wants to stop. In these moments, we are given the opportunity to choose. We can either give in to the pain, the discomfort, and the fear, or we can choose to endure. This choice is not easy, and it often requires us to confront the parts of ourselves that we'd rather avoid, the parts that doubt, that fear failure or that resist change. Enduring hardship is not about denying the pain or pretending that the struggle doesn't exist. It is about facing it with resolve, understanding that in the process of pushing through, we are becoming something greater. Every moment of discomfort, every setback, and every obstacle is a test of our will, a chance to prove to ourselves that we are capable of more than we initially believed. It is in enduring the difficult times that we discover the depth of our strength. In the moment, it may seem unbearable, but the lessons learned and the resilience gained from enduring hardship become invaluable assets that we carry with us throughout our lives. Endurance also builds our mental and emotional resilience. When we face difficulty head-on without turning away, we train our minds to withstand the pressures that life inevitably brings. Over time, we learn that we do not have to be defeated by the challenges we encounter. Instead, we can learn to rise above them. This mental resilience is what enables us to stay focused on the long-term goal, even when the immediate circumstances seem daunting. It is the ability to keep moving forward despite the setbacks, to keep fighting when the odds seem stacked against us, and to persist even when progress feels slow. Endurance teaches us patience. Growth does not happen overnight. The process of becoming stronger, whether physically, mentally, or emotionally, takes time. Endurance requires us to trust the process, to believe that the effort we put in today will pay off in the future. This patience is crucial because it allows us to stay consistent even when immediate results are not apparent. It is easy to become discouraged when we do not see instant success, but those who endure understand that true growth is gradual and that every small step forward, no matter how insignificant it may seem, is a part of the larger journey. Finally, enduring hardship also leads to a deeper sense of gratitude and fulfillment. When we face challenges and come out on the other side stronger, we develop a profound appreciation for the growth that results. We learn that true strength is not just about avoiding difficulty, but about embracing it, learning from it, and using it to become better. Through endurance, we not only build our strength, but also our capacity to appreciate the progress we've made and the person we have become. It is through enduring the hardest times that we truly learn what we are capable of and how much further we can go. In the end, life's true strength is forged not in the moments of ease, but in the challenges and struggles we face. Every small battle we fight, every choice we make to endure, and every moment we decide to embrace discipline over comfort shapes who we become. It is through purpose that we find direction, through control of our reactions that we maintain our peace, and through endurance that we grow stronger. These elements are not separate, they are interconnected, each reinforcing the other, creating a foundation of resilience, focus, and power. The road to success, growth, and fulfillment is not paved with shortcuts, but with consistent effort, intentional choices, and an unwavering commitment to becoming the best version of ourselves. By embracing these principles, we can weather any storm, overcome any obstacle, and build a life defined by strength, clarity, and purpose.